Hey darling, we couldn't get together in person for your 40th, so we decided to get together virtually as best we could. We all love you, and these are stories and thoughts about Kellie Swanson on her 40th birthday.
Happy birthday, Kellie. I just wanted to send a video to tell you how much I love you and to tell a story about you. Remember when we were little and Kelsey used to spend the night and you used to think there was a ghost in your room? And I know this because I was the ghost, because I would go in between the doors in between the bathroom, and I would open one door and the other door would automatically shut, and then I would go hide like in the closet or in the bathroom, and then you would look and nobody was at either door, and so I would run around to the other door and open that door, and the other door would shut, and you would thought that there was a ghost who was opening both and closing both doors, but it was really just me. So that's my story. Love you. Happy birthday. Bye.
Happy birthday, Kellie. This is Mom. I wish I had some pretty funny stories to tell about you, but I'm guessing most of the tales that are to be told would come from your sister and friends. You usually didn't get caught doing too much here at home. But three little things that are kind of Kellie-like that you did. The first one was when I graduated from Sam Houston with my master's degree in library science. And you and Katie and my parents and your dad, of course, went to the ceremony. My parents were just shocked because every time they called you Kellie, you wouldn't answer. At that time, you decided that Kellie was not your name. And your dad and I have both tried to think of the name that you insisted on being called, but we can't think of it, but maybe you can remember it. It wasn't too much longer till you got over that. The next two stories happened when you weren't in my presence, which is probably the first one for sure why it happened. You and Jennifer went with Mallie and Alvin on a trip, and on the way back you stopped at Alpine. And you and Jennifer were going to spend a few days with your dad's aunt there, Aunt Willie. So, and then you were going to get on the train there and come back on the train to San Antonio, where Mallie and Alvin were going to pick you up. So I'm guessing you must have been young teenagers at this time if they were going to let you ride the train back by yourself. But one night we get this phone call from you while you were at Willie's, and poor Willie, you had told Willie it was okay if you and Jennifer dyed your hair. And for whatever reason, Willie believed you. So this phone call that I got was to tell us that you had dyed your hair. Now, it must have been worse for Jennifer because she was a natural blonde and she dyed her hair brown. But as far as I can remember, yours was just a darker brown. But I just always think of how Willie believed every word out of y'all's mouth and let you do that. The last thing, I sent two pictures to Joel, so hopefully he puts them in here. You, of course, and my parents, 5 granddaughters, would spend time every year with my parents, and they would have all the grandchildren, all the granddaughters at once. They thought that would be less strenuous, and it probably was, since you entertained each other. In one of the pictures, there's a picture of you sitting on the floor with your arms in a circle. The story is that you and Nicole and Leah and Katie, I'm not sure Kim was old enough to come yet and spend the time, but you would put on these plays every year. In this particular play that you were doing was Stone Soup, and your part was the pot. So this is a picture of you playing the pot. I'm sure you were a great pot. The other picture I sent is just a picture of the 5 granddaughters with Mama and Papa and Uncle Pete and Aunt Lorene. They took all of you out to see their homestead, which was the Glover homestead. It was probably over 100 years old. And all of you came back with these square nails that were there on the property. You thought that was fascinating. I know you had it for a long time. I don't know if you still do. But I'm sure your sister and your friends have a lot more interesting stories to tell. But we love you and we wish you a very happy 40th birthday.
Hi there, Kelly. It's Quinn. Happy birthday, and I hope you're having a fantastic day so far. Joel asked us to share some stories or memories that we have, and we've known each other for over 10 years, which is a long time now, and so there's lots of memories to choose from. But I would say some of my favorite memories are when we're doing something active, like going out maybe on a boat, going to like Enchanted Rock to go hiking. I feel like you've always had a really great sense of adventure. You invited me to that trapeze class, which I still always remember. Loved watching you like do your silks as well. So it's definitely been a lot of fun, a lot of memories. And then just like in the last 5 years or so with Alexander and then Lucy coming to visit you in Austin, getting to meet the kids. I feel like all that's been really fun. Hope you are doing well, and I miss you and hope to see you soon. Hopefully once things calm down, we'll be able to come visit, or you guys can take a trip out here to California. But you're, I would have to say, like one of the most like even keel, level-headed, get things done kind of people I know. So I really admire that, and I think a lot of people do, and I'm really happy to call you my friend and miss you a lot. Hope you have a great birthday. Bye.
Happy birthday, Kel, from me and my crazy COVID hair. So some of my earliest memories of Kelly involve our camping trips. So I don't have a specific story, but I just remember her burnt marshmallows, her insistence on using the word agua instead of water, and laying in the back of that green van, towing the pop-up camper, and watching movies like Bedknobs and Broomsticks and Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory. And Kelly was just always in the middle of it all. She was so young. I remember being irritated, but then also loving having her there because I didn't have, younger siblings. So Kel, I love having you around then. I love having you around now. Wish we could do it more. Happy birthday. I love you.
Once, when Kelly was about 3 years old, all the Riley clan and all the grandchildren, and at that point Kelly was the youngest, gathered in Lufkin for a holiday. I think it was Christmas. And the girls would get together and do skits, and they would want for everybody to sit and watch them do these skits. Well, Kelly wanted to be a part of it too, but the older girls couldn't give her a speaking part. So she sat on the ground with her arms out, and while the girls played pancake house, and they threw stuff in there and would pretend to stir and do all kinds of things, but Papa couldn't figure out what was going on. So near the end of it, he couldn't stand it anymore, and he said, "Kelly, what are you?" And she said, "I'm the pot!"
3.
The circus!
So whenever you think about Mom, what stories do you think of?
Today I'm gonna do a good story that has Mom's birthday in it, and it has a lot of love. Ready?
Ready. It sounds wonderful.
Once upon a time, there was a little girl named Mom. Mom loved to play around at the park, but one day she almost fell down on her bike, like I did today.
Think of things Mom likes and make it about Mom. Things that Mom would do.
And Mom took a bath.
Oh.
She put her stuff in so it smelled good. She always liked to lay in bed in the dark, so she went to bed after her bath and did some things. And then the next day was her birthday. She had a lot of fun and opened presents that were all sorts of stuff, like flowers and a big new cooking pan, and even a new sewing machine. The end.
You nailed it. Nailed it. Lucy, whenever you think of Mom, what words do you think of?
The story is called Mommy is playing with for toys.
Okay.
Once upon a time, yesterday, Mommy was playing with for toys, and it was her birthday. And she had a birthday cake, and so I had to get it. And you okay?
She's fine. Be tough.
She get it, and she rolled up the candles, but we forgot to say happy birthday to you.
What sort of toys would Mom play with, Lucy? What does Mom like to do?
She likes to play with a flower, and she has a very full people like me.
All right.
She fell down on the pipe, and she was going at the playground, and she was like, the end.
Hey, Alexander, when you think of Mom, what do you think of?
I think of peace, quiet, and love.
Oh, that's awesome.
I love Mom so much
Why?
because she takes me everywhere. And she even takes me to the bike park and helps me when I get hurt.
Oh, sounds like she loves you very much.
And I love Dad because...
No, not about Dad. I love you too. Another time. This is about Mom.
And I love to play with Mom and bike with her.
What's your favorite thing to play with Mom?
I like to bike with her and do a lot of craft.
Oh, she's very crafty.
I also like to build forts with her.
Lucy, what's your favorite thing to do with Mom?
With Mom and go to Nana Paws and Baby and Papa's.
Okay. All right. Well, can you guys tell Mom happy birthday?
Happy birthday, Mom. I hope you have a good birthday. Bye. Happy birthday, Mom. I have a good birthday. Bye.
What do I think about the human called Kellie? I think I love her very much, not just for the belly rubs and dog park visits, but because she loves me so much. She constantly gives me attention and I love it. Also, I enjoy eating her shoes and sometimes eating her children.